All right, y'all, today is day 43 of our 1 hour day workout. And I have some statistics. I did my research. All you have to do is Google or go to cdc.gov and you can get the statistics on obesity in the United States and all other states too. So it's late, so I don't know if my video is gonna be up by 12 before the next day kick in, but today is a very snowy day. We having a snow blizzard out there. And I lost my glasses. I spent an hour looking for my glasses, but they was in my pants pocket because I took them out when I went to the store today. Yes, I had to go to the store today. I bought me some salmon, had a nice little meal, and took a nap today. and just woke up a little bit late. Lost my glasses. So I have it all written down. And I am going to read it to you, the statistics of obesity statistics. And you can Google it yourself and do your own research. But I'll read you what I wrote. Okay, so obesity accounts for about 18% of all deaths in the United States. Okay? So, people dying from being obese, and we already know that that's not news. Okay, so the prevalence of obesity, 40% among young adults, ages 29 to 39 years, 44.8% among the middle age adults of 40 to 59 years, and 42.8% among adults ages 60 and older. So that's like high. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the obesity facts for adults is 83% of men are obese, and 72% of women are obese in United States. Okay. Okay, so it's saying the people who are overweight, if you don't think that you're overweight, or you don't think that you obese, you most likely can be. Because when I found out I didn't believe I was considered obese either. Because I still thought that I was overweight but had like an athletic body. But people that are overweight have a BMI of 25 to 29. BMI of 25 to 29. So your BMI is 25 to 29 if you're overweight. And people are obese, they have a BMI of 30 or greater. So if your BMI is 30 over the weight that you're supposed to be, you're obese. Okay, so I think I was 180 pounds at the time that I found out I was obese, because I think my natural weight is supposed to be like 140 or 135 or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So even though you still feel like, I'm not that bad, you are. You understand what I'm saying? So It's 2.8 million people dying each year as a result of being overweight or obese. Okay? 2.8 million people are dying. So it's like a pandemic within its own self. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, obesity is associated with the leading cause of deaths in the United States and worldwide, including diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and some other types of cancer. So when you obese, overweight, and obese and stuff like that, when you're not physically your body weight the way it's supposed to be, you get the diabetes, the heart disease, the stroke, and some cancers. Uh, you know, is caused from you being overweight and obese. You know what I'm saying? In the United States, 13 million children are obese. 13 million children are obese, okay? So, but China has us beat. So in the United States, it's 13. China is 28 million children in China that's obese, okay? So who would figure? Go figure, because I thought the Chinese was all slim figure, but it looked like they might slim out as they get older. I don't know, but they have 28 million children are obese in China and 13 in the United States. 1 in 6 children and adolescents in the United States are overweight or obese. 1 in 6, okay? So it's a problem. It's a problem out here, okay? So I wanted to bring the statistics because I had brought it up. I don't know if that was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I had brought up something about statistics. I didn't have no facts. I told y'all to go Google. You could still go Google to double check over my, over my readings and stuff like that. And you could go to cdc.gov. There's a lot of stuff going on about obesity, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a medical issue, you know what I'm saying? It's a health issue. It's a death, It causes death, So in other news, a woman was shot dead in a church after asking a man to put on a mask. So, what's going on? What's in the drugs? What's in the weed? What's in the pills? What's going on? Like, is this COVID-19, is this pandemic driving niggas crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, they just running around. Last week, the guy shot his mother in the head. Another guy shot up his family. Yesterday, a guy killed two women on live. What is niggas going crazy? Like, what's going on? And, women and kids, they're not sparing women and kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the first online to get it, if anything. You know what I'm saying? And in other news, New York City father, this is my area now. I'm in New York City. New York City father charged in beating 2 sons in the Bronx. In the Fordham Road, he was in a Fordham Road train station or something, in the subway. He admitted to having mental health issues. Okay, so obesity could lead to mental health too. You know what I'm saying? Like, obesity affects in many kind of ways. It affects with diseases and cancers and mental health and, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff. So we have a real fight on our hands. This is a serious situation. Let me take off these glasses, but I went crazy looking for my, I'm like, where's my glasses? You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get another pair of glasses because if I have to read something, if I have to read something, I need them glasses. It's like I couldn't. Okay, let me get the floor set up. I was surprised China beat us out in obesity in the kids. Some parents is going to the gym fit and everything like that, and the kids is obese. So I did get my confirmation about the other machine, the accelerator that I ordered. There may be some delays with the delivery because the snow. If anybody's like, I don't know, if you're in California, you're probably not getting no snow. But here in New York, it's a blizzard. It's a blizzard out there today. And guess who had to go to the store? Guess who's dieting and not trying to have too much food around the house that had to go to the store? So it caught me out there where, you know, yeah, you on a diet, but you gotta get some survival food for a few days because it's snowing, and you don't want to trample through the snow every day. So, ooh, phone fell, but we still charging. I gotta hold on, y'all. I gotta adjust the You see this arm right here? Let's see. I gotta adjust it. Let's see. Here's the volume. My volume is up. Let me get down here on this floor. Yeah, I'm gonna set up the tripod. Because it'll probably be easier to adjust and more stable as far as, you know, the camera staying in place. But we a work in progress, yeah. We're a work in progress. We working remotely from home. We staying safe. So we don't get the coronavirus. And now it's a blizzard out. You can't go to the gym if you want to. They said no cars on the road. Okay, let me get my planking out the way so I could turn around and talk. Those is a mix between planking and sit-ups. But I can't go all the way down, so that's what you're gonna get. Do what you can do. Just try to do a little something. Maybe we'll get better. But I've been feeling like sore, like I've been saying for the last couple of days. I've been using like Epsom salt and taking painkillers and everything, right? I'm saying, why am I so sore? What is wrong with me? And then I'm like, what kind of question is that? You're doing a 1 hour workout every day. Your body, you ain't been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes God talk to you. You know, you got the extra voice in your head. When you be asking a question, just listen. Just listen to your own brain, and the answers sometimes come. And, you know, it's like you're answering your own question, or it's like God talking to you or something like that. Like, you've been doing workout. What's today? Day 40, 43, is it? So you've been doing 43 days. You're on day 43 of 1 hour a day workout. And not that it's that many days, but that's coming off of not working out for years, you know. And I don't hide my age, so I'm 55, you know what I'm saying? For anybody that think I'm ugly, oh, she's ugly. I earned it, it's my age, sweetheart, okay? So, you know, I had an accident on the job when I was working on traffic. I got hit by a car. So I was going to my pain management and laid up for a long time, and went into depression and had other, you know, personal problems and all kind of stuff. Everything just like was weighed down on me at one time. So I was like laid up, stressed and depressed and injured and hurt. And, you know, when you're used to being a person that walk a lot, that do a lot of walking, and even though when I was younger, I wasn't going to no gym regular. I took karate class a few times, and my main thing was like a lot of walking and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But when you get that first sign of old age that, oh, you're injured and you know it's going to take a while to repair, you got to go see a chiropractor, pain management. And when that old age kick in and say, you know, you just can't get up and brush it off. You know, because we take hard falls as kids, you know what I'm saying? And we might be like, ow, that hurt it, you know what I'm saying? And go run a little bit or walk a little bit and that pain be gone, you know? Shoot, we used to be like when you used to learn how to ride a bike. I remember I learned how to ride a bike and I fell. And, you know, scraped up my knees and all kind of stuff and my leg, and had gashes and stuff. Put that damn alcohol and the Band-Aid on it, and I was outside the next day. You know, it was a pretty bad gash. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I had to fall hard, but, you know, it didn't stop me from, like, it didn't make me punish myself like, oh, you gonna be in the house while everybody else running outside playing because, you know, you got a Band-Aid on your knee. No, I went outside with that Band-Aid on my knee. You know, so you don't, you know. You're not able to do that when you get older. You be laid up, rubbing alcohol, vapor rub, taking painkillers for days and months. And yeah, I would go to my chiropractor, but I should have been doing some of my own, you know, stretching and working and trying to do my own little thing at home, because you know, even though I'm 55, you know, Cicely Tyson just died, and she was like, what, 96? Like, if I be 55 in July, so if I be 55 this year, and Cicely Tyson died when she was 95, if I live 96, if I live to be 96, that means, okay, from 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, that's another 40 years. You know what I'm saying? So this would be considered a young age for a 80-year-old or a 90-year-old. So, you know? And somebody died of the guy from Saved by the Bell. He was 44. Yeah. That guy that used to be making us laugh with the curly hair. Yeah. Yeah, he had, I think, stage 4 cancer. So, like, if y'all in the entertainment industry, you know, people that work regular jobs, they get, like, certain health care and benefits and stuff like that. But when you in arts and the entertainment industry and acting and stuff like that, I think you got to pull out your own, like, medical insurance and stuff. And a lot of times people don't get to it. That's why a lot of people go to jail for, like, taxes and stuff like that, because they get money that wasn't taxed, and then they have to pay their taxes at the end of the year. They have to pay, you know, or they could pay in quarters or whatever the situation is, and, you know, they don't want to pay that lump sum. So if you could get your taxes, you know, taken out, you know, with the deal, you know what I'm saying, have your taxes paid for you, I always choose that and let them go ahead and do what they got to do. Let the taxes get up out the way, you know. But what I was trying to say is that people that's in the entertainment industry and in industries or entrepreneurs or self-employed people, you know, where you don't have a job setting up your medical stuff, you know, like a city job, and they give you medical benefits, and you could go get HIP and all different kind of things, medical, get your cards and all that stuff like that. Well, if you an entrepreneur and self-employed, you have to make sure you do that for yourself too and get yourself checked out. You know, I just took my what's the thing where they stick the camera up your butt? And for me, they had to do one up my butt, and they had to put a camera down in my stomach because I'm anemic. Well, I was anemic before my menstrual stopped, so they had to do 2 procedures on me to check for cancer. One up in the butt, and one put the camera down in the stomach. And then usually you come back in 10 years, but they told me to come back in 5. So the reason for me having to come back in 5 years is because they give you a solution, a pill, and tell you to drink all this water. And I did everything that I had to do to tell you to flush out your bowel. But while they was doing the procedure, some bowel was, you know, there and in the way, so that they claimed that they couldn't see everything. So instead of coming back in 10 years, they want me to come back in 5. So, damn, in half the time. But, you know, I was like, a camera up my butt? Isn't that going to injure my insides? A camera down my throat? Isn't that going to, you know? But they say it has a risk factor to it, which, you know, very rarely people have complications with that procedure. It's more important to get it done so that they could detect any little cancer or any little thing that looking like cancer is about to be growing. So, you know, when you take those tests and you come out of there and they didn't see nothing, when you get your results and stuff like that, that's good. You know, I came back for my results and I thought it was something, you know, and he was like, nah, you free to go. Everything is good. Everything is clear, you know. So that was about, I think, 2 years ago. So I got about 3 years Matter of fact, I saved the solution. They'll probably contact me, but I saved it's a mix that you mix and you drink. And I saved that bottle just to remember what year, because I'm so forgetful, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I don't be remembering people's names and stuff like that, so I'm so forgetful. So I kept a little medicine bottle, and I said, you know, because 5 years will pass. That's why I be telling people, the kids, you know, don't think you're going to be young forever. Don't be dissing the old people. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's old. And yeah, she old because you're going to be old too. And the time is going to lapse. The time will pass. Ooh. You know? And you get to an age where you have to accept death, you know? Like, I know I have to die one day. You don't want to die a violent death, but you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to say that you lived out, you know, your dreams, or you tried your hardest, or you was a good person. So if there's something in the afterlife to meet up with, you know, hopefully it meets up with the same type of person that I was, the same type of energy that I put out there. You know, whatever I meet in my afterlife, hopefully it be a sweet innocence, you know what I'm saying? You know, a peaceful, you know, a peaceful, sweet, innocent environment, you know, or destiny, or whatever, you know. Hopefully we go somewhere else after this life. Hopefully we end up in a galaxy somewhere where, you know, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like our spirits, you know, end up, you know, being able to fly or something like that, you know. That would be great. You know, being that, you know, we don't really know. We don't have no facts. You know, we got the Bible and what we've been taught, and we pray to that. Some people don't pray to that stuff, and some people, like with me, I just believe it's something. It's an energy. It's a higher purpose that hear you and know you automatically, and it might be inside of you. You know what I'm saying? When you're born, you know, because how is God gonna keep up with everybody if He's not within you when you're born already? You know what I'm saying? He gotta communicate and connect with you somehow. Like we talk to each other on cell phones, and first it was landlines, but you know, if God being who God is, you know, he could possibly communicate with nothing. You know, he have to be able to communicate with nothing because we don't see him. He's like invisible. He's just the energy. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, when I ask myself questions, you know, like I asked myself, why am I so sore? I was feeling sore on the right side. Now I'm sore on the left side. I had to go to the store in the snow and both my legs feel like I can't walk. What's wrong with me? And I'm like, asking myself what's wrong with me. And then I realized all you got to do is be quiet for a second and listen. And so you've been working out every day for today will be day 43. And you haven't done this everyday thing, workout, ever in years. You know what I'm saying? You haven't had this much workout in years. So, you know, my body is, my muscles and stuff is, gotta get used to me keep stretching it every day, every day, you know. My muscles gotta get used to, but I did eat today, y'all. That snow will make you go out there and say, oh, I better get some food in the house. So I bought some salmon and I had some corn on the cob. And, you know, like I said, you eat, but you're going to have to pay for it. So I don't expect to lose no pounds today. Probably gained one. But, it's again, I'll be working out every day. People work out hard and be running on a treadmill real fast and stuff like that because they trying to work harder. You have to work off the pounds, the calories that you put on. So you have to, you know, work them off. So yeah, the accelerator will be here. Accelerator will be here. We got confirmation today. I'll be able to start tracking it, you know, in a day or two. But it probably won't get here until I'm taking my test. My originated test is, the mortgage test is the 12th. I can't wait till I pass that test and I don't have to keep talking about it. That's what I'm studying for now. And then we could get back to regular schedule. You know, we could start, you know, like I said, anybody that's on the War Against Obesity, we're waiting for the qualify for monetization. With monetization, I can start the membership over there. But if you go to the Duchess, look in the description. If you go to the Duchess site, the join button is on the videos there. Same videos are being uploaded on both sites for right now. So if you want to join into membership and become a member of mine, be down with my team, you could go to the Duchess, THADUTCHEZ, you know, YouTube channel. And the other channel is the War Against Obesity. Okay, so the Duchess been around. I've been doing diet plans on that site. And I just been doing everything. You know how people have YouTube sites geared towards one thing? That's what it should be. But, you know, I just be all over the place from my music production to I did my school work, some of my college work is up on there. Some of my personal videos, family videos is up there. And then since I've been doing these workout videos, those is up there on the Duchess. But I built the War Against Obesity YouTube site that I got the vanity on yesterday, geared basically towards that. So, so because I've been doing celebrity gossip, I'll be mixing my talking with my workout, you know what I'm saying? And then the workout will be boring without, you know, talking. So I mixed the two together, so I put the videos up on both websites. Let's stay down here for another minute and then wrap it up off this floor. Looking forward to the accelerator because we might not have to be all the way flat down on the floor. Well, if it works the way I think it's gonna work, I don't think I'm gonna need to be all the way down here because it has like a seat. And then it allows you to do your abs. And then, you know, allows you to, I guess, do your crunches, lift your legs. So once that machine comes, we'll be advanced. Some people like the floor though. You know what I'm saying? We'll see, because some stretches and stuff like that that you do, it might still require pulling out that yoga mat and getting down on the mat and doing what we have to do. And if I'm going to get good with these push-ups, I probably have to do it from the floor. Definitely have to do it from the floor. I ain't going to be able to do it from the accelerator. So we do a 1 hour workout every day. Because, you know, we got to eat. Like today, like I said, I made some salmon today and corn. And that's what I did today. It's a blizzard out there. I had to take my shopping cart and get a bunch of juice to last me for a week, you know. I went and got about 7 juices, 7 big juices to last me just in case I'm stuck in the house. And I bought some foods, but I didn't buy no whole bunch of stuff. I didn't go crazy with it because I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff in here to just be like, oh, it's snowing outside. That give me a reason to, you know, stay away from my diet. We're not going to use that excuse. So we're taking it easy today. I wanted to bring the statistics. So what did I say? 13 million children. Let's get these notes again. 83% of men are obese. And 72% of women are obese. That's the adults' obesity facts. Okay? And if your BMI is 25 to 29, that's like your body mass is 25 to 29, you're overweight. If your BMI is 30 or higher, you're obese. You know what I'm saying? And 2.8 million people die each year as a result of being overweight or obese. Okay, so in the United States, with their studies, obesity is associated with diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and some types of cancers is what it said. And I'm not breaking down all the way to children's ages and stuff, but overall, 13 million children are obese in the United States. And in China, 28 children. You know, because China, they be doing their karate and having their karate schools. You would think, you know, from what you see on TV, that those is all slim, in shape karate fighting kids. But they got us beat by almost double. By more than double. Okay? So as far as child obesity, 1 in 6 children and adolescents. 1 in 6, okay? 1 in 6 in the United States are overweight or obese, okay? So, I just want to lay it down again. I said it at the beginning. You could go to cdc.gov, or you can just Google and get your information like I did. I said that the other day. Just go Google it, but I said, you know what? I'm the one that's doing this here program. Let me bring the statistics. Let me bring the numbers. Let me get up off this floor, y'all. Let me do my research. Let me do my homework. Right, so when you say war, so when we say war against obesity, that's like fighting the coronavirus or worse, because the coronavirus might pass, you know. Eventually we'll have it under control. Everybody will be vaccinated and it'll get under control. But obesity has been around. It's been around. And it don't seem like it's going nowhere. And the other thing, it's a big business. Everybody's selling their weight loss. Gyms got to be opening up. You know what I'm saying? People got to be running to, well, gym is good regardless, you know what I'm saying? Because even if you're not obese, you could go to the gym just to stay in shape and stay fit. And keep that athletic body. But yeah, it's a big business as far as, you know, what supplements am I going to take that's, which ones are, you know, good to help me with my diet, you know what I'm saying? Because some people be buying these pills and they be hoping that, you know, they're going to slim down right away and, oh, let's take this pill. I took my pill and I'm going to be skinny. But that's not the case. You still got to watch your diet. You still got to work out and exercise. And if the pill going to do anything, at least the only thing I expect from them supplements and them fat burners is help me move my bowel, help me get my system cleansed out, you know. So we winding down on day 43, and then I'm gonna go back to studying for my test. I can't wait till the test is over. I don't want to speed up time, you know, when you was a kid and you said, I can't wait till I get 18 so I can get out of this house, you know. Getting tired of beatings and punishments and stuff. And you be wishing time would rush. And then when you get older, you wish time would slow back down. Yeah, that's terrible. That's the only thing about, see, you got to kick this pedal and make sure that this thing is extended all the way, because if it's not extended all the way, you will bust your behind. So every time I sit on this thing, I kind of like hold on first and make sure I'm solid. Yeah. So, yeah. But I was saying, yeah, I can't wait till I pass this test, go ahead and study, cram, and pass this test, and they get behind me. I don't want to rush time, but yeah, when we was kids, we couldn't wait till we was 18. You'd be like 8, 9, and 10 years old, 12 years old. You can't wait till you get 18. And And the next thing you know, you end up there and you be like, oh, how am I going to get a job? How am I getting me an apartment? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here running the street. Where's, am I going to be successful in life? That's when the shocker kicks in, Yeah, that's when the shocker kicks in. But that's what poor people suffer, that if they parents are poor or struggling, you're gonna have a much stressful childhood because what your parents is going through. You know what I'm saying? Because the financial strain your parents is going through, and they might take it out on you. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while. But what they was allowed to do back then, beat our asses, come to the schools with belts and beat our asses in front of the class and all that stuff like that. Today you go to jail for that. So the kids today is not experiencing the discipline that we had to. We didn't have to go to the military to experience discipline. We had it right in the house. You say something smart, you get backhand smacked in your lips. You get your lips bust. You know what I'm saying? You get a bad complaint home from school, and the school call your parents' job while they working. Oh no, that's the worst thing. If they say, "Oh, Miss, you have to come in because your child is suspended, and your parent have to take a day off for work to come to the school," whew, that's a real bad ass whooping. Some whoopings, might be lighter than others, you know what I'm saying? And some whoopings, that is severe. It's like meeting a judge, like for sentencing, you know what I'm saying? And you just be crying, waiting for that beating. When I get home, I'm going to beat your ass. And some parents don't come home till late, you know what I'm saying? You be waiting till 10 o'clock at night for them to travel and get home. They come home, they be mean mugging you and growling and taking off their work clothes, mad from work already, and gonna take everything and every frustration out on you with a leather belt. You know what I'm saying? So the government cracked down on that. I guess some people done killed their kids, you know what I'm saying? But maybe a lot of people killed their kids. They had to, crack down on that, and now they lock parents up that hit their kids, You can't even hit your kids. That's why all of these kids are beating up their parents. That's why it's going the opposite way now. You can't hit your kids, but your kids could hit you, And so the kids be in the house fucking everything up, tearing shit up. Even my daughter used to catch temper tantrums. And she used to be like pouring out all the solutions, the lotion and the alcohol. And you know how you go to the pharmacy and you buy up all the products and stuff? And I love to do that, just go in there and spend $100, $200 and stuff like that on products and have them sitting up there, and I just be grooming myself and, doing everything. And my daughter, when she used to get mad, she used to be knocking everything down off the dresser, pouring shit out on the floor, whole bottles of shit. She used to be getting the mad temper tantrums. She had a serious, but I couldn't beat her like I got beat when I was a kid. I would have went to jail. I just had to, keep putting up with it until, kids go through stages in life, where they feel like, things ain't right or things should be better. Yeah, things should be better if you're living in a struggling household. things should be better. So probably that's something that rich kids or middle class kids, you know, they didn't have to go through so much. You know, their parents wasn't as angry. Their parents getting money and having a job. And not having that much financial hardship. You know, they was running around happy-go-lucky. You know? But I can't say we had it the worst, because as kids, we worked. We babysitted for family members. We cleaned house for family members. We did whatever for a couple of dollars. And we had to save that money too. Sometimes we could go to the Geo store. Hold on. Sometimes we was allowed to go to this store. It's called, back in the days, it was called the Geo store. And we get our little underclothes and espadrilles and, you know, the little sandals and jellies. Jellies was the joint back in the days. Those shits might come back out. And they look a little bit like what Kanye West shoes, but the jellies was more softer. Kanye West shoes, even though I haven't felt them yet, it looked like more of like a harder plastic. So we used to make our little money, and we used to buy our clothes and design our own clothes and iron on letters to the sweatsuits and the pants and stuff, our names, our nicknames and stuff like that. Yeah, that was back in the day. So, you know, we used to go outside and play, have fun. You know, it's not like now, you know, where, you know, kids don't, you know, they're obese. It's more probably, the obesity level is probably higher now than back then because, you know, kids is not going outside to get the exercise. Like I said, I used to be scraping up my knees and falling on my bike, and we had skateboards and stuff, falling down on those, and, you know, running through the park, playing run, catching kids, and all the street games, the skelzies, and jump rope and double dutch, and we just had a whole bunch of games. Then when you came in the house, we had card games like Monopoly and all of that stuff like that. The Ouija board, ooh, the spooky Ouija board. We had like so much family stuff to do. And then on like Thanksgiving and stuff like that, on some holidays and stuff, we used to go to our grandmother's house and all the family come and we come together and be respectful towards each other. Sometimes something will break out, you know, a fight or something like that. Somebody want to get something off their chest and something will break out. But basically, we had to respect Grandma's house. She had her nice long table with chandeliers, and she used to cook a nice dinner have the table laid out, you know what I'm saying? And the food, you know, prepared perfectly. You know what I'm saying? I used to love that, you know? And she used to have wall-to-wall carpet. We didn't have wall-to-wall carpet. We used to have like little runners and stuff like that in the hallway, but we didn't really have, so we used to be all over the floor, the couches and stuff, laying around, taking pictures and stuff. And when she passed away, everything went out the window. Everybody turned into a crackhead, cokehead, or a junkie. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's backstabbing and conniving towards each other. You know, all of the family principles that went out the window. Just because you my blood brother or my blood sister don't mean nothing. You know, my street crew is more family to me than my real, you know, brothers and sisters. It's crazy, you know. It just went in a crazy direction. We have to have family. We have to get back to family and we have to get back to church, you know. Like, I was born and raised in the Bronx in New York, and I lived all over the Bronx all my life, but I've lived a few years, like I said, in Georgia, in Savannah, Georgia. I lived a few years in D.C. As you know, as a teenager, you know, getting kicked out, bounced around and stuff like that, you know, I had to move around a little bit. So, spent some time in Georgia and some time in D.C. I've visited Chicago. Where else? I can't think of where else. I think that's about it. But, I forgot what I was saying there. Yeah, oh, that's what I was talking about, the churches. See, I lose my train of thought. Okay, in New York, when we was kids, my aunt that raised me, she was like, on Sundays, in order for us to go out to play, we used to have to go to the church, right? So they had this big Catholic church up on Bronxwood Avenue up here in the Bronx, right? It was big, it was nice, one of them old traditional churches and stuff like that, with the bread and the little wine and the plate going around, and, you know, so you couldn't go outside unless you went to your service. So, okay, so we get dressed and we run to go to the church and stuff like that, and sometimes, you know, like if she didn't go with us and we all just went, if we get to the church and it's the Spanish session, we used to sit through the Spanish session just to get through church, so we could come back and say we went to church and and got it over with, and come back to the block and, you know, be outside playing and stuff. You know, yeah, we did it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, none of us, we didn't speak Spanish. Yeah, they were Spanish people. We had Spanish speaking friends that's on the block and stuff like that, but we didn't speak no Spanish. So, but on some Sundays, if you get to the church and they'll have the English session and the Spanish session and the English session and another Spanish session. If we miss the English session and we get there and it's the Spanish session, we go in there and sit down and we do our church, you know what I'm saying? We do our church. We can't understand nothing that they saying, but we in here, you know what I'm saying? We in here doing what we're supposed to do, go to church on a Sunday, you know what I'm saying? So that was as a kid while my aunt was raising me, because my mother died when I was 3, so my aunt raised me. So that was her rules in her house, you know. On Sundays, if you want to go outside to play, you had to go to church. So as we started getting older, you know, my aunt, we moved all around the Bronx in different apartments and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, she wanted to just move down to Georgia, where my great-grandmother lived in Savannah, Georgia. And she said, we going down south. Oh, Lord. I didn't want to go because I was just like, I think I was like 12. I was in middle school. I had my friends, and I was just learning, you know, getting to be a teenager. You know what I'm saying? I was just, you know, meeting my friends and stuff like that. And, you know, my friends from elementary school coming to junior high school. And, you know, we all ready to, you know, be cool. And then now we got to go down south. So we went down south. It's pretty down there with trees, houses, and all of that stuff, and grass and stuff like that. But I really had missed New York, you know what I'm saying? And my friends uptown in New York and stuff like that, in the Bronx and stuff like that. And it was the same rules down there, you know. But down there, instead of just a few of us going to church, when down south, everybody went to church. I don't know if it's still like that now. Well, I'm talking about back in the 70s. I'm talking about back in the 70s, early 80s, you know what I'm saying? On Sunday, all the cars on the road was headed to church. To, you know, whatever church you go to or whatever. And you couldn't go outside. You couldn't go to the park unless you went to church. If you was too sick to go to church, you can't, like, when everybody come back from church, get dressed and go to the park. No, that's out the question. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we winding down. We're getting day 43 out the way. And I was feeling stiff in both legs today. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I can't even walk. I went to the store. I went to the grocery store, and I cooked and I ate. I feel a little guilty. I said, you got to eat. But don't skip this workout. So we got to get uploaded. And I got to get to my studies. Y'all ladies be out there, be careful, because I don't know what's going on out there in these streets, what drugs these guys is taking. The guy, like I said, he walked in to the church without a mask, and a lady in the church checked him about about putting on his mask, and he shot her in the head and killed her. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing with the coronavirus, us being in a pandemic, and situations changing, and you have to be locked in and stuff like that. People are it's causing like a mental health issue, or it's triggering people's uh, mental health. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever yours is, if you're bipolar, whatever the situation is, like me, But like I'm working out and doing different things. I still talk to my therapist, have sessions over the phone, and everything like that. So I'm not letting it get the best of me. So yeah, just calm down with it and stuff like that, and take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. I see like our men is going crazy. Like women and kids is getting killed. So y'all ladies, be careful out there. Watch your diet. Watch your kids' diet too. You see, I gave you the statistics. You know what I'm saying? And it's causing deaths and stuff like that too. So, peace. I'm out. I see you tomorrow.